Good morning. It is Wednesday morning at like 9 something. I've never vlogged this early, but and of course my computer is being literally a deadbeat. It's not talking to me. I'm pretty sure it's on, but it's not talking to me. Okay, so I gotta do my least favorite thing when it comes to these things. Just turn it off, just... I'm sure that hurt some people. I'm sorry. I hate to close them down like that. I like to close them down the right way, but when it's not going to talk to me, and it just locks up like that, I don't know what else to do. Alright. It's coming back on. And I can barely even hear it. I will have to just find out another way. Anyway. Technology. I mean, I love it when it works. But it's been, oh my goodness. I've got a better computer than this, but it's at the Commission for the Blind being fixed. The Commission for the Blind doesn't generally, I mean, it's not, the Commission for the Blind doesn't have like a computer fixing business or whatever, but of course, now I get somebody from work sending me a spreadsheet, and after all that training I did on Excel, the spreadsheet, I call it up, and I can't seem to read it. And I attach it to my instructor, or I attach it to an email to my instructor saying, you know, what, am I doing something wrong, or is it, actually, I think what I said was, can you read this? Because, of course, when a sighted person sends me a document that I can't read, my first thinking is, well, it's set up for a sighted person who doesn't know how to write things that a screen reader... I'm probably going to be throwing the term around, the term screen reader around. And for those of you who don't know what a screen reader is, which is probably 95% of YouTube, a screen reader is a program that reads the screen for a blind person. You just sort of heard it. Hold on a minute. I'll put this camera down and you can hear. Mine is called JAWS for Windows. So if I talk about JAWS or a screen reader is a program that reads the screen out loud for a blind person, because obviously a blind person can't read a computer screen with their eyes like the rest of the sighted world can. It's 9:40 a.m. and what you just heard telling me that was my screen reader. Anyway, a lot of times when I get a file that my screen reader can't read, I mean, it doesn't happen very often, but when it does, I figure, okay, this is not set up for a screen reader to read. But then when I send it to my instructor, and my instructor says, actually, I can read this, I'm going, well, what am I doing wrong then? And she talked me through, maybe, she emailed me some instructions on maybe sending, or maybe, changing a setting or two to make it work. And that didn't work. I mean, it kind of read, but not well enough. The night before my class, it still wasn't reading, so I was like, well, I am going to see her tomorrow. We will figure out what the problem is here. Well, I get in there, and she does everything she can think of. She can't get it to work right, so she had to call the company that made the screen reader. And long story short, we ran out of time in the day to do what needed to be done to resolve the problem. So I'm eating dried pears from Nature Box. Anyway, we ran out of time in the day to do the time-consuming project that was trying to get this thing working right again, so I had to leave it with her. And this other laptop, after all the effort that I put into getting it up to speed, it's truly going to be nothing more than a backup and maybe a, well, I mean, I was going to have it be like a, YouTube computer. I was going to do my YouTube stuff on that one instead of my other one, but the one that is the better one. But after talking to the instructor, she says, really, out of the two of them, the one that you really need to consider your laptop is this one. The one that is currently at OCB, Oregon Commission for the Blind, which, I mean, I should get it back today. I mean, I'll admit, when I haven't got it, I'll admit I missed it last night. I mean, the one I have now isn't, well, the one I have now hasn't got enough memory, basically, to, it's an older machine. I wish I'd known. Really, my instructor explained that you really need 8 gig of RAM to have a really good computer for blind people, because our screen readers, well, I don't know about every screen reader known to man, but the one that we use, the one that I use, the one that I have been using for since 2000, 99, 2000, takes up a lot of memory, and I mean, it's worth it to have, especially when you're totally blind, you can't see anything on the screen at all. You need the screen reader reading to you everything. So second best is not really the way to go. But anyway, this has only got 4 gig. Actually, it came with 2, and then we, my computer guy put, things in it to make it, computer chips in it. Basically, we replaced the 1 gig chips with 2 gig chips. Now it's got 4 gig, but that's, I mean, in a pinch, you know, in a situation like this where I haven't got the really good laptop, this works. But anyway, I'm going to have to turn this off because we are probably hitting time. A simple time check turned out to be a lot more trouble than I expected it to, and then I went into this ramble about computers. I'll see you in the next video. I'm going to have to call it because we're probably getting close to the time limit.
Speech on. Stop recording video. Viewfinder. 0:10:48.
Actually, we're only at 10:48, but you're probably getting kind of bored, so I'll end this video and hopefully have something more substantial to say in the next one.
Viewfinder. Stop recording video. Button.